Good morning. So slow start this morning, I think. Yeah, so it's day 2 of Super Stimulation week this week, and so yesterday, I was talking about Wim Hof, the ideas of Wim Hof, and bringing things like breathing exercises and cold showers into our lives, and to wake us up and help sort of stimulate things. So this morning, yesterday, I was just monitoring my energy through the day, and got on with quite a lot of things really, didn't kind of particularly feel like I had a kind of like a lag in energy at any point. Maybe I kind of did quite a bit, and towards the end of the day, I just started to feel a little bit like I needed something. So asking the question, what do I need? So this is the Super Stimulation week worksheet. What do I need more of? Then action, and then what change have I experienced? So basically the change was that I thought I needed something, like maybe some heat. So I got into the bath and had a kind of bath and watched a film in the bath. But at the end of that, I thought, no, I don't really need any cold. It just felt too shocking. So anyway, so I went to bed, and I think the film was a good emotional stimulation. It's kind of very human film about somebody setting up struggling to make a woman inventor trying to sell get a product out, and kind of become a business person really through adversity and all. So that was stimulating for me, and then went to bed. And this morning, I just had a hot and cold shower. That's what I needed. So feeling kind of reasonable now. So I'm going to talk a bit more about stimulation after the meditation, after the body work. So we'll do some body work. So if you want to stand up. Okay. So let's begin by, what should we do? Do some swinging from side to side. So as you're turning from one side, then just allow your shoulder to keep going. So it's like it opens your chest as you get to the far reach of the turn, but not forcing anything. So you just, the movement is coming from, starts at the ground with the pressure of your foot pushing against the ground, and it moves up to the hip and then turns into the twist in the spine. So it's like allowing your mind to be a bit lazy. So I've got an hour and 10 minutes in this class to set us up for the day. And we're looking for two basic things. We're looking for bringing our body and our mind into a state of greater kind of wakefulness, you know, becoming alive, and also becoming calmer and relaxed as well. And yeah, as I've said before, when we're looking to relax, often what helps is something that's maybe a bit rhythmical. You know, you think of a mother kind of rocking a baby to sleep, or hypnotic didgeridoo or something like that. Sound that's repetitive, or somebody hypnotizing somebody with a watch, you know, in front of them. So the rhythm is often helpful to bring a sense of reassurance. You know, things happen and then they go away and they come back again. So something about that that's reassuring. And then, you know, if we're looking for stimulation, then it's the opposite is the case. So we're looking for the unpredictable, the non-rhythmic, you know, maybe the sudden or something different happening, the unexpected. So if too much unexpected happens, then you can start to feel a bit overwhelmed, a bit overstimulated, and maybe start to panic and get anxious. But if that's the case, we can come back to ourselves and try to do something rhythmical, like this sort of exercise. Or watching the breath, and mindfulness of breathing, rhythmical exercise. So we can kind of work to the extent we can on our input, to work with our stimulation and relaxation. Just understanding the principles is quite helpful, really. I can feel something shifting now. So it's trying to have your spine as vertical as possible, and just imagine it's a bit like a rod of iron that's just being kind of twisted, and then so it's really a kind of reliable axis that your body is twisting on. Maybe slowing down a little bit. Maybe take a few deeper breaths. Always just trying to gauge what you personally need. It might be different from what other people need. So, do you need to do this in a different way, like bigger swings, or do you need to do smaller swings? So keep taking responsibility for your own experience. Okay, so just let yourself just come to a stop now. And then just rotating hips. being aware of the visual world around you, sight, what you can see, what you can hear. So a nice stretch as you lean back to the side. And this sort of movement is twisting, holding. And the other side again. Just shake your hands out and feet. And then take a seat for meditation. Yeah, right. All right, so this morning we're going to do the Mahabodhi, loving kindness meditation. So we're going to be cultivating our emotions. So our emotions are often about things that we want. You know, we want a new car or we want a new computer or something like that. So with loving kindness or care or concern, what we're wanting is our own well-being. And this isn't automatic, you know, sometimes we can feel a little bit indifferent towards ourselves or critical. Maybe we've not done all the things on our to-do list and we're giving ourselves a hard time. So it's just a case of just trying to see ourselves less like an object who's failed or, you know, object in our own way or just as an object, but as a human being with hopes and fears and dreams. Just having a sense of that we need to be looked after. It'd be good to kind of have a sense of looking after ourselves. May we be well. Just settling into our body. Maybe focus a little bit on our breathing to start with, just to ground us. And tuning in with our feelings. And trying to bring to our feelings a response of care. If we feel a bit afraid or something, maybe we could think about just being present to ourselves, being there for ourselves. Being a companion to ourselves. May we be well. So if your mind wanders off, just or gets a bit lost, just keep coming back to sense of being a companion to yourself. May you be well. So now picking somebody who's a friend, good friend, that just to keep it simple, that there's no kind of romantic sexual attraction to them. They're just a friend, roughly the same age, maybe. Having a sense of sitting with them, being a companion to them. May they be well, wishing them well. Imagining them in difficult or fearful states, and we're just sitting with them to be a friend. And whenever your mind wanders off or forgets what it's doing, just coming back to yourself, and then this sense of your friend, and you sitting with them. Supporting them emotionally. May they be well. And then in the last stage, just extending this sense of companionship to other beings around. So maybe the people who live in your house or near houses around you. Imagining them maybe in difficult states and just sitting there in a supportive way with them. May they be well. And then just allowing yourself to expand out your sphere of concern to people in your neighbourhood and in your town and city. having a sense of solidarity with all those people out there, sitting with them in a supportive way. May they be well. And just keep going out into the world, into the universe, sitting with all beings everywhere. Trying to keep it genuine and not overreaching yourself, just, kind of whatever being might be in front of you, having a sense that you want to feel a sense of support for them. Then in your own time, just relaxing your attention on cultivating kindness and just sitting with yourself, being aware of your body, the world outside. And in your own time, just bringing your meditation to a close. All right, so Super Stimulation Week. Yeah. So what do you do when, say, for instance, you feel like I do at the moment slightly, you don't feel quite like stimulating yourself, or maybe a bit tired or something like that? How do you work with like resistance and things? So yeah, I'm really not sure what I'm going to say today, but so Wim Hof here. So here he is in his bath of ice. And as I said yesterday, he works his way up to this sort of thing. So it's always like a gradual path that we're on. There isn't any jumping ahead and suddenly getting to this sort of state. It's just a kind of gradual exercising of our faculties to kind of be able to sort of take more, more and more all the time. So yeah, I think that if you look at the Wim Hof videos on YouTube, he talks about three, I think he says, pillars of his method. The breathing technique. So over 10 minutes, kind of conscious deep breathing, and then, you know, for maybe 30 breaths, and then stopping and holding your breath to start with a minute, and then do another 30 breaths, and then hold it for a minute and a half, and that sort of thing. And so it's just a way of kind of bringing oxygen into the system. And then he's got the cold shower. So it's like gradually entering, you know, kind of beginning with just your arms, and, you know, start with a hot shower, and then, you know, bring your arms into a cold shower, and then just very gradually moving into getting cold. And then his third pillar was commitment. And in a way, it's like the mental side of it. So he talks about, you know, being prepared, mentally prepared. So he looks mentally prepared there, doesn't he? Look at his face. You know, it's like concentrated. You know, so so we have to be kind of like ready, you know, mentally when we do the physical thing, or do the cold treatment, or whatever it is. So it's a sort of sense of kind of clarity about what we're about to just step into or take on, and things like that. Yeah, so I suppose there's a sense of the whole of the person, you know, being there in the activity, so that you're, you know, it's not like you're kind of throwing yourself into a cold shower and your mind is going, no, I don't want it. It's like your mind is already ready for that experience. It's like it's behind it, you know. So this is very much a state that in Buddhism we call samadhi. So it's like or concentration. So samadhi literally means that the whole of the person is going in the same direction. That's Adi means direction. This is in ancient Indian language, and Sam means complete, or the same, or, you know, total or something. So yeah. So before you know, in order to be kind of like ready for like stepping into or doing the activities, you know, it's like we need to have this sort of, in a way, kind of singularity of purpose. And then, you know, with that like singularity of purpose, we then put ourselves in the situation which is going to stimulate us. But at the same time, you know, we're a human being and we're monitoring the effect, you know, we're monitoring the effect. So, you know, when Wim is in his cold ice bath, he knows how much is too much, when it, you know, when it's too much, you know. I mean, I don't know, he set the Guinness World Record for being in a bath of ice for like 2 hours, you know. But maybe he decided at 2 hours, he thought, actually, that I'm going to damage myself if I'm in it here any longer. So there's always this sense of, you know, the singular kind of sense of purpose and clarity about what it is that you're doing. And then which is in a way a bit like, maybe it's a bit like the wisdom side of things, or something like that. You know, that it is wise for me to do this, because you know, if I'm going to be of use in the world, then, you know, I need to be alive, you know, I need to be awake and alive and have energy and all that sort of stuff. So, and then the wise thing is, you know, you get into the freezing cold shower or whatever it is. And then the compassionate side of things, of wisdom and compassionate side of things, is that you're aware, of damage, or you're aware when things are too much and all that sort of thing. So that you're taking care as well as trying to sort of do something or bring something about, stimulate yourself. So yeah. So I think, looking at my own situation this morning, where I can feel a bit of like resistance to. I think I probably feel a bit tired from activities yesterday, and I can feel a bit of resistance to kind of waking up in a way, but actually having reminded myself of this. So often kind of clear comprehension. So I've talked about mindfulness. Mindfulness is in Buddhism is often twofold. So it's like you have two terms. You have sati, which means mindfulness, and you have clear comprehension, sampajanya. So mindfulness is like the activity of being aware, and clear comprehension. They always go together. They're always there together in the Buddhist scriptures. Sampajanya is like you're very clear about what you're doing and why you're doing it. So when you've got this sampajanya, then you can step into the cold shower or whatever it is. So I think having got clearer myself, having just talked myself into this through talking to you about this, I could feel like, maybe I do want to get into a cold bath later on today and just really kind of, wake myself up, get kind of glowing. And sometimes the effect is you do something and then the effect comes later on, the effect comes later in the day or the next day. I mean, it's so great to, I used to go down the sauna at the aquatic centre in Manchester, in the kind of early morning, and 6:30 it opens, and in winter time, and then if I did like the sauna and then the freezing cold shower and then the sauna and backwards and forwards until I couldn't feel either the cold or the warm or the heat, but when I was out going home on my bike in the cold, I couldn't feel it. I was just glowing with, just kind of my skin had kind of woken up and was adaptable to whatever, So yeah. So in a way, like in the end, if we can get ourselves into these sort of good physical states, that it's almost like the stimulation and the relaxation start to just move together, become part of the same thing, really, So, we are stimulated, we've gone into the cold, we've gone into the heat, and what's happened in the end is that we've relaxed, we've gone through whatever barriers are there, within us and in our body, and then we've come out the other side and we're alive, but we're also quite soft and relaxed and stuff, So this is very much akin to what happens in meditation, in what are called the dhyanas, or higher states of consciousness. So what happens there in those states is that it's almost like through working our experience, working our physicality, but also our mind and our emotions, and we try and kind of align ourselves with reality, and kind of let the reality in, and but also move towards the world with an intention to be skillful and bring about the best for everybody. And so we work ourselves, we work our mind, we work our attention, we work our emotions, we work our thoughts, the three aspects of mind: attention, emotion, thoughts. We work all of that, and then we start to become workable. Our whole psyche becomes workable, adaptable, buoyant, upright and skillful, that sort of thing. So again, and when we come through that, it's like there's a softening goes on, and we're able to do things in just a natural sort of way, and we've overcome a lot of the blockages that are there, that can be there. In meditation, things called hindrances, where we just, a bit blocked or something. Yeah. So I think, sometimes people can think of meditation as being a bit like, sitting on a cushion and trying to kind of sort of like pull away from the world and just calm down, or quite, get away from our thoughts, kind of get concentrated or something like that, as a relief from stressful mental states, or stress in general. But really, it's not that. It's more, the point behind it is to be almost like stepping kind of into life, and becoming more kind of wholehearted about life, and more kind of able to do things in the world. So I think Wim's a great example of that. That's what he's looking at. He's looking for. You can see that in his concentration. He's really wanting to kind of move out and bring life to people. Bring people alive. Bring himself alive. Bring other people alive. Yeah. So I think, what can I say about things to do? Well, if you are using the worksheet, which is in the comments on the previous YouTube video, it's just there as an image. You can print it out. You could have a go at trying to do it. Try to just see, what do I need more of? Do we need more heat? Do we need more cold? Do we need more sleep? Do we need more exercise? Do I need more meditation? It could be. And then the action, do Wim Hof breathing cycle. So it's there on, you can easily find it on YouTube. Cold shower, hot and cold, alternating showers, power nap, go to bed early, exercise, meditation. So just log the actions that you've done there in this column. Then here, what we're looking for is to observe any shifts that happen in our energy. So you know, just to have just having a sense of what to expect, or you know, so that we understand that maybe we do things here at a certain point in time, and then the effect maybe comes like 5 hours later, when that's, you know, it's come through our system or something, or we've shifted or something. When we log things like this, we record our time and activities and stuff. It gives us a chance to see what we've done, you know, have a sense of achievement. Oh, that I did that. I took action there, and then that happened. Oh, and we start to believe in the method. You know, if we're logging it, we start to believe in it. And if we don't log it, then it all just becomes this vague. You know, can't remember what happened. You know, and then we just go back into sort of this vagueness. You know. And then if we're vague, we don't have clear comprehension anymore, and then we don't do the things that we need to do at certain points. So yeah, so go back to the worksheet, keep filling it in. I need to fill mine in. I'm 2 days behind now. I've not kind of filled it in for a couple of days. So yeah. Okay, that's it for today, and hope you enjoyed the session, and see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.